True believers, Joel Pal Spider-Man back again for another Las Vegas hotel shave coming at you from the Embassy Suites in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're going to do a different shave today. We're going to be using regular old hotel bar soap. I like to do these every now and then. This one smells really good. It doesn't say what the particular scent is, but it's an argan oil complex. I know a lot of soap makers use an argan oil, so we're going to see if that helps make the lather any better. We're just going to put it in there, put a little bit of water in there, get it softening up. I'm going to get the brush in there. So I'm using my TSC Anniversary Synthetic, so it doesn't need to soak too long, but we're just going to put it in there. And again, we'll be using the only razor that I brought out. Well, I did bring one other one, but it's just kind of a backup. But I brought my Burgrass, so we'll be using that today. I like to do the hotel bar soap shave every now and then, just to get a video out there, show everybody, hey, it's possible. You can use regular bar soap to shave with. You know, if you're in a pinch, I brought my Velobra soft soap with me and used it up. I was hoping I would. And I know in the last video I said I brought a backup. I didn't. I thought I did. I did not. So I don't have a backup. So this, even though I was planning on doing this shave today, it might be my only option for the next couple of days unless I go buy something else. I'll probably just use the bar soap really for the next couple of days because I'm only here for a few more, so it won't be too bad. But we are going to go ahead, and I think that is a long enough soak. Try to get this lather going. So I'm just gonna hold the soap in my hand and just kind of load it like this. This is how I would load a puck of Williams anyways. I know it's mug soap. When I'm loading Williams, I don't like to do it in a mug. I just like to hold it in my hands and load it like this. So we are going to load quite heavily, try to get as much soap as I can in this, just to give me better chances of getting a halfway decent lather out of it. So at this point, you could continue, just flung that out. Could continue to just palm lather, add a little bit of water to it. I don't know if palm lathering is even really discussed anymore, but it's an alternative to bowl lathering or face lathering. It's kind of in between. Your hand is sort of forming a bowl, so you're sort of bowl lathering, but you do get the advantage of being able to feel the lather, not on your face, but at least on your hands, so you can feel how the lather's coming together, which is the obvious advantage to face lathering, that you build the lather on your face until it feels like it's right. So this is, it's somewhat airy, but it's also very slick and cushiony. So I think this is going to be a decent lather. I'm just going to pour off the water from this bowl, and I'm going to take this excess and I'm just going to put it into the bowl like that in case I want to come back to that. Just in case what is in the brush isn't enough. Okay. We are going to kick this shave off and start back into the Ask Me Anything. Bill M wanted to know where I would go for the best barbecue sandwich, and does it come with slaw on the sandwich or on the side. I am gonna go to Gates Barbecue, Kansas City, obviously. It is my favorite barbecue place. If you order a barbecue sandwich, it's not even going to come with coleslaw. So if you want coleslaw, you gotta order it as a separate side. But actually, I'm not even going to order a sandwich. I'm gonna order their mixed plate. Mixed plate is huge. It comes in a big, huge box. And it is ribs, brisket, and ham. It comes with 4 pieces of bread if you want to make just plain white bread if you want to make them into a sandwich. It comes with fries and it comes with pickles. And to me, that's all you need. It's just like a big old sampler tray. So, Gates, that's where it's at. They have the best barbecue sauce. Like, I've sent it to a few people on my cadre, and it's good enough you can drink it by the shot. I love it. So you can see that lather, it was starting to dissipate pretty quickly on my face. So it's not holding up super well, but it's actually shaving pretty decent. Not as slick as I would like. All right, Wood Pusher had a few quick questions. He said, when did I first shave my head into a mohawk, and did I stick with it? So yeah, I shaved it for the first time in February 2018, and I've had it ever since. So I'm basically right at 4 years that I've had it, and I never did a mohawk before that. He said, have I ever shaved my eyebrows? No, not really. Not with like a razor. I use my clippers to trim them. I'm starting to get some of those old man crazy eyebrows, so when they start to get a little bit long, I just take my clippers and cut across them. I know Barber Dave says you shouldn't do that, but that's the way I do it, and I like the way it looks. Asked if I had ever shaved anybody else's eyebrows. That sounds like a question that's coming from somebody that has experience shaving other people's eyebrows, like maybe in college or something, people are passing out drunk or something, but no, I've never done that. And he says, what do I do about ear hair? Actually, I just take a little pair of scissors and I just go in there and cut them. Scuttle Soap asked, what is the biggest engineering marvel? The SR-71 or the B2? I don't know. I really don't know much about the SR-71 at all, or what went into making it. I don't know too much about what went into the making of the B2, so I really do not have enough informed opinion about that subject, sorry. I know Nurse Dave jumped on it and said the SR-71, case closed, so I guess that. He said if I could have my own razor made, who would design it? I have no idea. I really am not, like, super fond of any of the modern razor makers. I have very few modern razors, and the ones that I do, they're not from companies that are like out actively making new razors. I guess if I had to pick one, I would say maybe classic shaving. I really enjoyed the I don't even remember what it was called. The updated Cobra, not the King Cobra, but the other one. It wasn't called a Cobra, but it still had the Cobra logo on it. I forget the name of it. I've been looking for that razor for a while. I can't find it. I misplaced it somewhere. The Hiram, right? The Occam Hiram. That's what it was. That's what that one was called. So maybe that company, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really have an informed opinion on that because I'm not really fond of most modern razors. There's only a few that I actively use. Our expiration dates on food suggestions, rule of law. Most of the time, they're just suggestions. Most of the time, they're there just for the stores so they can rotate their products. I mean, I'm sure we've all used stuff past the expiration date. A lot of things really don't matter. And then you've also got use by and best by dates. So obviously best by dates, you can go past those a bit. But I think most of the time they're just for the store's uses. Does Wood Pusher wear boxers, briefs, boxer briefs, or alfresco? If I knew the answer to that question, then I've made a seriously bad string of life decisions. So the answer, I have no idea. If you really want to know what Wood Pusher wears, then go ask him. Why are you asking me that question? How would I know? Let's see, Nurse Dave. Have I ever been bitten by a pet? Yeah. Only time I've ever been bitten by a pet is by a snake, and it's been a baby snake. And so it was just usually right after transporting something home or moving it. And it was just like a quick instinct strike, not really a, hey, I'm trying to bite you. And obviously baby snakes, their teeth ridges are very small, and so it really didn't, you barely even felt it. So that's the only time. Also want to know if I'd ever had a snake or spider or any of your pet get out, escape. Yes, I've had both snakes and spiders get out of their cages, but every single time it happened, it was my fault. Every single time it's because I didn't properly secure their cage. So if you're keeping them in cages, they are going to be perfectly fine. It was all owner error that caused any of the escapes, and they were all recovered. So asked if I'd ever played with a scorpion. Yeah, I used to keep scorpions. Emperor scorpions from Africa are pretty cool. They're very large, black, and they're very docile. They're easy to handle. They make some of the most impressive pets just because they're so big. Some of the ones from like the United States, they're smaller, more pinchy, but some of those can be handled too. All right, witch hazel time, wrapping this up. I would like to get some scorpions again, but right now I'm not adding any new pets to the collection. Let's see. Can the next bingo prize be picking my hair color? Probably not. Usually Amber and I decide that together. What we're gonna do, usually we try to be matchy-matchy with that. So no. What is Amber's favorite aftershave for me to wear? It's actually Dragon's Beard. I love that scent from Ethos. And it's a favorite of hers, which I'm very thankful to Barbara Day for setting me up with an extra set of that. We got a couple more questions. I got one last thing to put on. Asked if I'm planning on increasing my hot sauce production. No, I'm not planning on it, but it'll probably just end up happening. This year I'm probably going to try to grow some different peppers than we've grown in the past. I still need to get on ordering those seeds. But if that happens, then that might just end up making new recipes of sauces that I haven't made before, so it might end up making more. I don't know. And one last question from Milk Crate. Why has America not fully converted to the metric system? Well, back in the 70s, when they tried to do the conversion, they didn't make it mandatory, so nobody did. And Americans are stubborn and set in their ways and can't be bothered to use the metric system. Simply because the units make sense. I mean, they don't make sense from a mathematical standpoint when it comes to converting one unit into another one. It sucks, but the units make sense. Like a foot is about the size of a person's foot. An inch is about the width of your thumb. So they're relatable units of measure, and we're so used to using them, then we're not going to change, because measuring in inches makes more sense than measuring in centimeters for estimating things out, just because they're a bigger unit. Measuring in feet as your standard is much easier than measuring in meters as your standard, just because of measuring things. I don't know. I know that there's a lot of industry mandates, corporate mandates for using metric systems, so we're slowly being introduced to them. We being like the lay people, obviously scientists are all using them, so we're constantly being bombarded with the metric system, in addition to like you can buy things on the store shelves that have both the metric and the American units on it. So I think we're getting there over time. I don't know that it'll ever fully. I mean, over in England, they still use both measurements. I mean, we got the English units from them, and some people over there still use both. Even though they're primarily using the metric system, they still use both. So I think we're still going to use both for a very long time. I wish we transitioned, but it's a hard transition to make. You got to start thinking in terms of metric, and instead of just converting it and then using it. And that's like learning it's like learning a language, you know. It's easier once you know it to be able to just think in Spanish rather than translate to Spanish and then say it. So getting to that point where you're thinking in those units rather than just converting them is a difficult process that we're just too lazy to do. So that's my shave. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Got a pretty good one out of a bar soap. It wasn't the best lather, but it still worked. It worked in a pinch. It did its job. Can be done. I'm Spider, and I think this will probably be the last video that I'm doing from the road, but we'll see you soon. Later.